supposed to can't wait to get home. But nevertheless, what does it say?
Verse 11.
Come on.
She is loud and stubborn.
Read on.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Read it again.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Read it one more time.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Abide means stay. I just want to know what's wrong with the house. You know, people, I got to stay up in there. You got me in this damn house. What do you mean damn house? This sounds like a loud, stubborn woman. What's going on? Now, y'all got to see, now this is open discussion right here. Open mic. Who want the mic? Because I really want to know what's wrong with the house. I got to stay up in this damn house, watch these damn kids. Well, wait a minute. Who's supposed to be watching the kids? The kids you gave birth to. You went and had a pleasurable evening. Everything about you, who's supposed to watch those kids? Your mother? If they damn kids to you, what they going to be to your mother? Why you want to do that to somebody? Again, that's why we have our youth and we have our time and we get to, God makes sure that we get to do some things. And if you ain't get to do it, he tell you, okay, you know what, don't worry about it. I'm going to come and give you 1,000 years of life. You can do it then. You can do it then. But the bottom line is there comes a time in your life where life is supposed to change you. Life itself is supposed to change you. You change because your circumstance changed. You're no longer the person that can just pick up and go to the movies. You're no longer the person that you just pick up and go out to eat. You know why? Because when you pick up to go, you got to pick up 5 kids with you. And that alone is going to take you at least 5 hours. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It's no longer just about you. It's now about y'all. Why? Because it is. It's y'all. It's you. It's you and them. How can it be about you? What you going to do, leave them? Like most women do? Did social services in their home because the kid that opened up the door was looking around in Pampers, in the middle of the street somewhere, wondering where his mommy was? It's about y'all now. So doing things as a family, yeah, because that's excitement should be new excitement for you as a mother and excitement for them as children to be doing these things for the first time, and there's experiences and memories that they're going to have of doing these things with their parents. Why are people against that? I'm not getting this. Talk about, what about our time? Your time, you know what your time is. Don't act like you don't know what your time is. Get them kids up early in the morning so they can go to sleep at a decent time, and now that's your time. See, y'all want to get mad with me, see? See? I speak the truth. I speak the truth. You got single women like, well, I'm still my time. I ain't got nothing. Your time is when them children are sleeping, okay? The problem is you let them sleep until 12 in the afternoon, and they ain't going to go to sleep until damn 3 a.m. That's the problem. You put them in the bed, they in the bed, you see their eyes wide as light bulbs. Just looking around, waiting for the moment for them to escape. That's your fault, okay? It's called management. In order for you to rule the world, you got to be able to rule your house first. These are true statements. I don't know if people look at it like this. Your house is a government. You actually the government of your own lives. It's based on how you manage that household, how your life runs. You could be an ill governor where everybody in that house catch hell because of your decisions. Or you can be a good governor where you're going to make sure that everything is provided for and managed right, where everybody in that house is at peace. But it takes management to run a household. It takes organization and skill. How you just going to try to abandon all that to go party in the streets? Like, what is this? Where's this idea coming from? Is it not the devil? Because that's what you see going on in the world. And what's the result of that? What's the result of the household without the guidance of the mother? Without the guidance of the father? You got the young women that's all out in the streets, and at a very young age, at a very early age, you hear about these young ladies going into prostitution. How did that happen? Because there was no guidance there. And they went and they allowed somebody else. They trusted somebody else and believed somebody else in being naive. You got these young men that think that they don't know what love is, but they found love in the streets. Now they got their true family, which is now a gang. And what is the true family going to tell them to do? Go rob that old lady, okay, to be able to show us you down. Now your little boy is in jail. But how did this happen? Because something was missing. God provided a mother and he provided a father. That's called a family. When any component of that family leaves, it is a detrimenting. It's the effect is devastating. Now, if that's not true, history ain't teach you. History ain't teach you that. Just look at what's going on in the world right now. They had something that went on in the 50s. They called it women's lib. Talk about women being independent from men. They didn't like the fact that they stayed home and take care of the kids and did certain things of that nature. And the men brought home the checks. Maybe arguments started coming in on, listen, I'm the one bringing in this money. Nothing would be done without this money. And women started to feel like they wasn't worth much. So they felt, I need to go out and make some income too. I don't need to be dependent on you anymore. I want to be an independent woman. There's no such thing as an independent woman. There's no such thing as an independent person. God didn't design this world for you to think that you're going to go out and just do something by yourself and you're going to get results from that. Everybody is dependent on somebody. When you leave stop it. When you leave the order of the household, you're going into another order. Whether it's a job, you're still going to have to deal with an authority. You're going to still have to do things to that person's, which is your boss, satisfaction. Not the way you want to do it, but you got to satisfy the person that you're actually working for. And if you don't satisfy them and do it to their satisfaction, then they're gonna reprimand you. And to the point where they get so displeased with you that they're not gonna want to be with you anymore. They're gonna tell you, listen, you're fired. So explain how is that independence? You still have to go somewhere, even if you're an entrepreneur. Even if you want to set up something and say, I'm gonna be my own boss, okay, but you still got to deal with the laws of the land. If you got a household and it's a house that you own, you got mortgage to deal with. If it's a house that you rent, you got a landlord to deal with. That landlord and that mortgage company got rules and regulations. They say, listen, we're going to be good as long as you pay me by this time of month, we're good. You break those rules of that house, the mortgage company going to look to put you out. The landlord going to come and look to evict you. So then you got people acting like it ain't supposed to be no rules in their household. How can a household run without rules? It's going to be nothing but chaos. Supposed to be some order in there. But the problem is you got people that want to rebel against the order. And that order that you're rebelling against is really the order of God. Everybody's supposed to accept what it is that God has us doing for our family and what is now our life. We're not supposed to hate our life. We're supposed to love it and make the best of it. That's what Proverbs chapter 31 is talking about when it talks about that sister. She was in the house, but what was she doing in the house? She was sitting around thinking about how I'm going to make this house better. She wasn't sitting up here, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Let me just watch damn Housewives of Atlanta. The hell is this? Snot no kids ain't eat yet, but y'all go grab a Pop-Tart. None of that was going on. And y'all know this to be true. If we did what God expected us to do, all of us, male and female, it would be no such thing as being bored. Bored is when you have idle time. That means you have nothing to do. How can you be living a life with nothing to do? That's amazing. You have a life to live, and you ain't doing nothing with it? That's your fault. Who told you that in order to be worth something, that's an education? Of course you got to be educated, but who told you that you're only worth something if you have an education? Education of maybe America. Because there's educations all over this world. You can go get an education in Egypt. You can educate yourself. But you got to go get a certain degree. Satan told you that. Satan told you that that's when you're going to be worth something. But according to the Bible, the scripture says that the virtuous woman, that her price is far above rubies. And look at what she was doing. So I'm not speaking against, going out and getting an education. Why would I do that? That would be completely ignorant. I'm speaking against a mindset of somebody that want to put somebody else down just because they accomplish certain things in the world and think that other people are supposed to look at them in a certain way, or they're supposed to have a certain status because they made certain accomplishments in the world. What God calls that is the pride of life. He said that is of the world and that is not of God. People are supposed to look at you as an outstanding person because of your personality and who you are and your character. Not so much what you do for a living. Well, I mean, the garbage man, like that's a occupation that's looked down on. That man making money or that woman making money for their family. How's that something to look down on? It's a job. People chose jobs. They usually chose the job that their family was involved in. You gonna look down on Christ because he was dealing with construction? Why he wasn't a doctor, Christ? But look at what person he was. Did his occupation define him? Come on. But in this world, that's what you got people, they thinking they ain't nothing unless they got a certain career. And they look down and they say, I ain't nothing. So when you get fired, what are you back to nothing? Economy go bad, you lose a job, you back to nothing? Like what? Let's read on. So again, her feet abide not in the house, meaning she don't like to stay in the house. We got to make our houses enjoyable. Okay? Pleasurable. We supposed to design things within that house that the children don't mind being there, actually love being there. And you love being there. That actually when you out, you looking forward to getting back home. Do everybody understand that? The safest place in this world for you is your home. That's where you're going to spend most of your time. Read on.
Verse 12.
Read it again.
Verse 11.
Come on.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now she is without.
Read it one more time.
Now is she without.
So she ain't home, so now she in the streets. Read on.
Now in the streets.
Read on.
And lies in wait at every corner.
Okay, so that's how people knew in the ancient world, who was a hawk. She'll just be standing out there. They see her walking by at a certain time. Like, ain't no damn decent woman going to be out here this hour. And that's actually something that was not said too long ago. But now people done turn that around. What are you talking about? Just because I'm sitting here with my stilettos on and my mini dress and my thong and you think I'm... Yes. Just because I'm drunk as hell and coming out the club, does that mean I'm a bad person? Yes. Yes, it do. At the moment, something is wrong with you. You're tranquilizing yourself because you don't like your life. You got to go in the club and get hit with shots. Now you're coming out tranquilized. What the hell is this? And all men see is victims, an evil man, which this world's full of them. It met St. Goulian coming out of a club, the bouncer in the club. You think that's the guy there that keep the club safe, sitting there watching the... That's all that's around. It's evilness. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? I don't hear everybody, though. All right, let's go from there. Let's get the book of Titus chapter 2. So it is something wrong with it. I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to stop nobody from doing nothing but evil. We shouldn't want to be out like that. That's why we enjoy our festivities that we have so much. I mean, just hanging out doing nothing is what I'm talking about. Everybody understand that? Don't get me wrong. I'm saying hanging out doing nothing, always wanting to be out in the streets, not spend time with your children, don't help them with their homework. You don't know what their teacher name is. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You got 20 kids, I want you to name me all their teacher's name. See? You got to call up the school for something. You be like, oh, snap. I don't know the name of the teacher. Then you look at you so disconnected from your kids, like you done start looking at their homework recently, and their homework is what you was dealing with in college. You're like, what is this fifth grade math? That's how long you ain't helped nobody. Act like I don't know what's going on. I know. Get back connected. So the kid ain't got no confidence in you now. 5-year-old telling you don't know what you talking about. What you say to me? You know they right. You don't know what you talking about. You try to give them an answer. They sitting there looking on, doubting and damned if they eat. You're like, boy, that's the answer. Put it down. Look at what God said in Titus chapter 2. Let's go there. Titus chapter 2. Y'all there? Titus chapter 2. Get there. And I'm going to start from the first verse because, everybody need to hear this. And again, ain't no brother supposed to be hanging out in the streets either. I mean, once you in the truth, again. Because you out there looking for a holly. Don't act like, what you out there for? The hell are you doing in the streets? I'm coming home. Don't mess with me. This is a Femi house. I make the rules in here. You coming in at 5 a.m. Notice the church damn ended 10:30. Talk about unit work here. If it ain't nothing to do, there's nothing to do. And when there's nothing to do, the devil usually shows up. He finds something for you to do. Everybody understand that? Especially when you're out in his world. Titus chapter 2, verse 1. Read.
But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Yeah, speak the stuff that can't be spoken against. That's what Christ wants us to speak. Okay, when you speak against it, you're going to look real foolish. Read on.
That the aged men be sober.
Yeah, your older men are supposed to be walking around sober. They ain't supposed to be coming up with missing teeth talking about